If you think taxes are just about staying on the right side of the law, you're wrong. They also affect your pricing, profits, and overall business growth. In today's video, I'll show you exactly how to set up taxes for your online store in WordPress using FluentCart. Whether your business is in the US, Europe, or anywhere else in the world, we'll set up global tax rules, create tax classes, configure country-specific rates, and wrap things up with an overview of how it works for both customers and owners. All right, let's do it. First, open the FluentCart dashboard and go straight to the settings. So the sidebar is packed with features to customize your store, and the tax and duties is there too. So let's enable the tax calculation so we can start setting things up. Now, if you want to include your tax in the product price, stick with included. Otherwise, go for the excluded, and the tax will be added at checkout. FluentCart also gives you multiple ways to calculate tax. So you can calculate it based on your customer's shipping address, their billing address, or your store's location. The choice is yours. Then customize how the tax shows at checkout. Let's call it something simple like VAT. In case you're running your store from any European region, you've got some extra options. So turn on the European VAT number field, and your customers from those regions can enter their VAT ID at checkout. For valid IDs, the VAT will be automatically removed from their order. So if your country requires a reverse charge for domestic business customers, leave that option enabled as well. And of course, there are options to select categories that should always have VAT applied, even if a customer has a valid VAT ID. All right, so let's save the changes we have made so far. Then comes tax classes, which helps you group products that share the same tax rules. So FluentCart comes with some pre-built options, but you can always create more according to your requirements. Simply tap on the button, and a window to add all the relevant details will appear. So give your tax class a title. Then set its priority, and remember, the bigger the number, the higher the priority. And pick the category this class applies to. So you can also add a description as an internal note and click Create. And the tax class is set and ready to use. All right, now that we've got the class ready, it's time to set up tax rates for the regions where you sell. So if you tap Configure Countries, FluentCart will show you a list of continents. Tap the arrow next to any continent, and the countries under the group will appear. So select the country you need, then hit Save. So with that done, the country is automatically added to your list. Besides, you can search for any country you want and add the country directly to your tax rates. All right, now it's time to take a closer look at a tax rate. You can provide the VAT ID so that the system can match and apply the correct tax rate. And as you can see, FluentCart comes with pre-configured default tax rates according to the tax classes, but you can easily edit or update them as needed. All right, let's say taxation varies from one state to another. To handle them like a pro, you can add a new rate, choose the states, and the tax class in seconds. So here, you can also see the compound taxes. You know, some regions require stacking one tax on top of another, like GST plus PST. This feature is designed specifically for those situations. So I'll add the documentation link in the description box so you can read more about it. Now, let's talk about the tax override. In some areas, shipping is taxed differently than products. So here, you can set a separate tax rate that applies only to shipping fees for specific provinces or states. So simply tap Override, choose the tax class, set the rate, and save. And if required, you can revise or remove the overrides at any point. If you're running your online business from any region of the European Union, you're going to love how FluentCart makes it effortless to manage tax for you. If you open it for the first time like me, the interface will ask you how you want to collect VAT in the EU. First one, The one-stop shop registration is the go-to choice for most businesses selling across multiple European countries. So with OSS, you only need one VAT registration, and you can report all your European-wide sales from that single account. It's great for businesses that want a simple, centralized way to handle VAT. The next one makes it easier to handle VAT for smaller businesses that sell less than £10,000 annually across the European borders. So you need to pick your country and provide the registration number, which will be displayed in the invoice. And right away, your store is ready to manage tax on your sales. For large enterprises that are individually registered for VAT in each specific European country where they sell goods or services, the advanced country-specific setting is perfect for you. Let's go with this one. So just as we did earlier, a tap on the button will give you access to all the European countries, so you can choose any country you want. So let's pick one and move on. Okay, as you can see now, you can configure the rates exactly how you want. The customization is the same as the one we did just before. Take your time and customize them exactly the way you need. But what happens after setting up the taxes? Let's put it to the test. Here we are on the store's front end. So when a customer moves to the checkout for any product, they can see the amount of tax they need to pay for this product. To complete the purchase, they need to provide that amount with the product price. If I flip the switch to the store owner's end, they can see all the relevant details on the order page. But FluentCart takes it another step ahead with the dedicated taxes button, where all the information is logged exactly the way you need. And you can even use tax filing to download the details anytime you want. And that's how easy it is to put your entire tax system on autopilot with FluentCart. No matter if you're selling locally, internationally, or across multiple tax regions, FluentCart keeps everything streamlined and compliant. Not just that, you have access to tons of other features that can streamline your business and boost your growth. So why wait? If you've been dreaming of launching your own store, now's the time. Grab FluentCart and start building today.